It finally happened. Tau forged Azura Archon Shard. I've been after this thing for months at this point, because what this means is the ephemera that has all 4 shards sticking out of your spine. Each and every one of them is a Tau forged Archon Shard, and they are all of my Tau forged Archon Shards. I know most people know the difference between Tau Forged and other shards, but we will just quickly cover this. While doing the Archon missions, you have a 20% chance, and it's not even going to come up here to say 20% chance, is it? No. It just says sortie completed. Damn. You have a 20% chance of dropping a Tau Forged Archon Shard, and the Tau Forged one tends to be 50% more powerful than the standard ones. This is great if you can actually get them to drop Tau Forged Archon Shards, because the amount of comments I have gotten over the past few months that says they've got... The latest one was, they've got 20 Archon Shards and haven't got one Tau Forged. Most of them are, I've never seen a Tau Forged Archon Shard, never dropped them. Yeah, I only tend to get them when playing with one person. This was the only time I've got one not playing with that person. That person tends to be very lucky, because the first 2 weeks that I actually did these was with this same person, and yeah, I was one of those people who got a Tau Forged one, and then didn't get one for a long time, and it's quite literally every single one of them went straight into the back of Frost. Because Frost is who I use, because he can strip the armor from the sentience. That's the reason he's had this ephemera on the whole damn time. How you use them depends upon the build you are going for with your frame, because if we try to put a normal red one in, you can see it's pretty much 25% across the board. But we don't want that one, we want these 2 crimson ones sitting here, because they are 37.5%, sorry. You can see the extra 12.5, which is half of the 25% it adds normally, which is an extra 50%. So instead of it being 100%, it's 150% Archon Shards, if you want to call them that. Now, I have mentioned many times before, they need to make the Tau Forged Archon Shards, they need a way to be able to combine these. So you can take your normal Archon Shards and, using a blueprint you kind of obtain from Chipper. I don't know why I keep calling him Clipper. It literally says right there, Chipper. They could put a blueprint in here, you go to browse wares, and in here is a... I'm not picking that up, because I've just taken one out of Frost. Just a blueprint that lets you combine 2 normal Archon Shards and you get a Tau Forge. Because what you are doing is you are taking one, dismantling it, and kind of sprinkling it over a normal Archon Shard to increase its power to a Tau Forged one. Which, to be fair, is perfectly fine, because I don't have any use for these. Casting speed, yeah, there's certain frames that will be useful on. Effectiveness on health orbs, same thing. That could be useful on certain frames, not on Frost, who I was concentrating on getting these things for first, but one of the ways that the Archon Shards can be made overkilly is like this. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. That's gone from... That's an extra 30% ability strength. But hey, why stop there? When it's been running long enough, you can basically fill one frame with as many of whatever shards you want to. As forementioned, the blue one, health, shields, energy, armor, health regen, yeah, okay, that's fine. I want her for range and ability strength, so nope, none of that really. Effectiveness of energy orbs could be fairly useful if it would actually drop me a amber Archon shard that's Tau forged, it hasn't. As aforementioned, 1, and it's in Frost's spine. Because it seems to favour the blue ones, which was perfectly fine by me, because that's the one I wanted, simply down to armour. For Frost, armour increases the strength of his bubble. Health, yeah, I wish I'd used 1 for health, 2 for health, 1 for armour instead of the way I did. I'm not taking them back out, these things are expensive to remove. But we'll just put another one of these in, and we'll go for ability strength again. Anybody want to quickly do the math on that? Because that's 30, 40, 50, 60% extra ability strength. And that's not her stats. Into day 4 she goes. Name and mend. Activate. Yeah. This is a survival mission, and now all I have to do is basically stand still because nothing can come near me. At all. And we're going to go into Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, but I'm going to leave it on public. Obviously, best way to play it. Actually, should be the only way to play it. And even though, yes, I may keep his maim and mend going constantly, I'm more than happy to leave it and just use that 31% extra bonus that is given to allies. That would be the Pacify or Provoke. I never remember, one's for day, one's for night. It's one of them. But it's more the fact that it's actually doing damage now. Instead of it just slightly stunning them, which is what I tend to use it for, it's actually kicking butt. But you'll notice very quickly, my health goes down very, very quickly because I kind of don't have any. I am in the process of reworking her, is the best way that I can put this. Whereas a frame like Targis Prime with his 8,193 health, he could kind of use that effectiveness of health orbs. 100? Fine. But you know what would work even better in him? Shield capacity is locked, he doesn't have any shields. How about another 150 health? Yeah, okay. If these were Tau forged, this would be another 150? Okay, go for it, you can have that. This would be so much better. This right here is the exact reason I keep saying it depends what frame you have as to what shards are best for them. Arguing over, well, the red ones are better because it gives you the extra status or extra crit. Ooh, it gives you extra ability strength. Ooh, ability duration. Yeah, but on a frame like this that is heavy on the health, that would work wonders. Can't help but notice you have no duration, efficiency, range, or strength. So you can have some ability strength. Does have an extra 450 health. I think that's enough considering he's got nearly 9,000 anyway, and that's not the max it can go to. That's just, I really need to rework him as well. Take Nova as a great example of this. Now, depending what you are using Nova for, as you can clearly tell by her 10% ability strength, she's kind of set up at the moment for making the enemies faster. If you are less than 100% on her ability strength, that's what they refer to as Speed Nova. It doesn't slow the enemies down, it speeds them up, but it makes all of her other abilities, apart from maybe the doorway, completely rubbish and useless, which is fine if you are literally building a Speed Nova. So instantly, this shard is pretty useless. Or you would think, anyway. Because if we add duration to her, Speed Nova just became better. How? Well, most people would understand why, but her fourth ability, it's really bugging me, I cannot remember the name of it, Molecular Prime, yeah. Molecular Prime works on duration. The duration is the range for it. So instantly, the Crimson Shards will work wonders in her. These, I would say, not so much, but you will be spamming that ability so much. It's now minus 20% ability strength. It went from 10% to minus 20. Okay, whatever. So effectiveness on energy orbs can be fairly useful for her because you will be spamming that ability so much. But at the same time you're spamming ability so much, why not give her an extra bit of energy, bit of armor, health regen over time? Yeah, which one of these you use is arguable. It literally depends on what frame you are using them for. But for her, I really kind of want to go health. And this right here is making her better. 1,000 health on Nova? A speed Nova? Yeah. And with that, I kind of want to add some more effectiveness or parkour. Casting speed. For a speed Nova? Yes, please. Casting speed means you can spam that fourth ability. You can cast it quicker. So if you're in the middle of a fight, you can actually cast it, and that just makes Nova better in pretty much every single way. I still find her a bit squishy, but yeah, Speed Nova. The Null Star is useless. The Antimatter drop is pretty useless because it's based on damage, and there is pretty much none. The Wormhole still works, but Molecular Prime, duration's the range. So increasing the duration increases the range of it. And I don't think this is actually Speed Nova, because according to this, it is still slowing them down. Slow, minus 60%. I think this is Slow Nova. I honestly cannot remember what build is on her right now, but better. It's really annoying there are so many people out there who can't even get these things to drop. And I've tried different days. I have left, I believe it was one of the Azura ones. I left it until the Friday to actually do it and still got a Tau Forge. It's not, oh, you've got to do it as soon as it pops up, reliant. The Crimson and the Amber at the bottom, yeah, they're from like the first month. Because he's had 3 Tau Forged ones in him since basically a month after these came out, and then I didn't get any for ages. Finally dropped the last blue one so I can have all of them in there. It's just really annoying. People aren't dropping any of them, so the ability to build them would be absolutely amazing, but here's the biggest problem with Tau Forged Archon Shards and the fact that you can put them into one frame. Yeah, it's done this way so you don't build multiple really powerful frames, because mods can be shared between frames. So, giving the ability to build them, or dropping them slightly more, yeah, dropping them more is going to be the wrong way to kind of do it. Allowing people to combine ones they have into making them is going to be the better way, because no matter what happens, eventually you're going to do this. And there's not a shard to be found here on this frame. Actually, that's not who I was looking for. You are. I'm equipping Baruch because I want to do something. Baruch is kind of best for it because LOL can come in useful. But there's no Archon shards on him. I can't put any in him. So, yeah. Now I'm not using Archon shards at all. They're now locked away behind a frame that I'm not currently using, because there are frames specific for different tasks that work better at different tasks, even though I use Frost for everything. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And, yeah. So that now I'm not using the Archon shards. That's where the give and take comes from this. You have to set up the frames you use the most with these things, but you can't use all of them. It's going to be years before you have enough normal Archon shards to do the frames you use the most. So the Tau Forged ones, them not fixing how often they are supposed to drop for those people who can't get them, yeah. It's annoying. Because of the amount of people that I'm still seeing they haven't dropped any. Digital Extreme themselves saying months ago they're going to look into it because there are so many people not getting any, and then nothing coming of it. Hopefully this is something they will fix soon. We'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.